Welcome to the world of sustainable farming. We dive into the innovative realms of aquaponics and hydroponics. Discover how these cutting-edge methods are revolutionizing agriculture for a greener, more efficient future. Stay tuned for an exciting journey into the world of soilless farming. Up next, we speak to Koos Blankenberg, Chairperson, Canola Specialist Committee on Unlocking Potential.
Koos, we just had a session regarding the canola industry, the prospects that's in the canola industry. Can you maybe elaborate a little bit more about especially the canola industry within the Cape area and the future prospects that we can maybe look forward to in the industry itself?
Yes, so in 2023 we planted about 135,000 hectares of canola, and if you go to 2012, 2011 it was only 68,000 hectares, so we've seen an enormous growth in the hectares in the industry over the last 10-15 years. And then there's a lot of exciting technology in new seeds that's been bred in Australia and in several places in the world, and we as South African farmers have got access to that, so we're looking forward for that to come into our country and then to make use of it and to see the canola industry also advance to have better yields than we currently have and to stay competitive with the rest of the world.
Yes. And if we look forward to maybe 2030, what do you foresee for the canola industry? Is it just more growth and more expansion and more technology, or what would you say is the main aiming points that you would look forward to?
Yeah, the flow of technology is something in the world that we're never going to stop. It's going to keep on coming, it's going to keep on making a difference. We must remember that the canola is part of a crop rotation system. It rotates with either wheat or especially barley here in the Southern Cape, and the ability is there for growth, but it's not an enormous growth. So people feel that we might go up to 145. I think that we might even go up to 160,000 hectares in time, but it depends on the availability of quality seed and on the price of the product, because price always drives planting, and especially yields. If you get good yields, we'll see that farmers tend to plant more hectares in the following year. So that's the main factors that are going to have an influence on the industry going forward in the next 5 to 10 years.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Please follow us on social media. nationinconversation.co.za is the official website for this platform. We want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, John Deere, Bayer, Nedbank, JDI, and then obviously this is a Senbes initiative, and we want to thank everyone who has been a part of Nation in Conversation for the past 12 years, and we look forward to seeing you at NAMPO Bothaville next year, where we will continue the conversation.
Next up, we take a dive into cool drying technology that is providing a turnkey agricultural drying solution for any climate, weather or product.
My name is Johan Pienaar from the company Drycore. Drycore is about a novelty of cool drying. Now, conventionally drying would be done with high temperatures, and basically all produce in the agriculture market would be at some point in time be subject to drying, whether it's in the seedling produce, whether it's grains and nuts, fruit or vegetables. And what we've started to do is to actually replace hot temperature, warm temperature drying with cold temperature drying. So the purpose of that is first of all to have a controlled process whereby we would dry the product in a closed environment which is sealed from the environment, so you do not have the effects of the ambient conditions, the temperature, the humidity, the rain, which actually affects the product. Sun drying is conventionally also a process which many companies follow, but there's a lot of problems with that, specifically about consistency. So for the farmer it's important to be able to predict what the quality of his product is going to be, or what his yield is going to be, and his income is going to be. So it's the moment you have a controlled process whereby you can predict what the quality is going to be, at what time you will be able to deliver the product to, let's say, your secondary processors, who would then package or process the agricultural produce for export or for secondary processes, then it's obviously an advantage to you. So, but what we also found is that cool drying has a very big advantage in terms of the quality of the nutritional value of the products. So the nutritional value is something that people now started to recognize, and also there's no additives in it. So the product is pure and clean, and if you would actually cool dry a product and then preserve it by freezing afterwards, you can actually rehydrate it at any point in time, and it would actually taste as if you had just harvested the day before. A very important thing about drying is that you can preserve the product for long periods of time, actually distribute it afterwards for, let's say, where there's starvation or food, the hunger processes that actually is very big at the moment because of the wastage that we have worldwide. So let's say on your fresh produce markets, you would have a percentage of 2 or 3% of wastage, and that can cost anything up to 3 Rand per kilogram to actually the direct cost to get rid of. So if we can dry the produce for, let's say, under 50 cents a kilo, it actually is a product that you can resell, or then just at no cost to start to distribute that in with the food hunger programs worldwide, which is a massive advantage. In other words, the wastage becomes actually null and void. The future of cool drying, we see it as novelty which is here to stay. We see it in the next couple of years growing in all industries, whether it's in the fresh produce markets, whether it's in herbs. The sustainability and the quality that you get from the product is just by far, it outclasses what is on the market today.
Up next, aquaponics and hydroponics.